Do you suffer from FOMO? Fear of missing out on your favorite sporting event when you're away from home? With IPVanish VPN, you don't have to worry about streaming content over unsafe or restricted Wi-Fi to watch your favorite events. IPVanish VPN allows you unlimited and secure streams to all your favorite sporting events. Don't let unsafe Wi-Fi and ISP throttling stop you from cheering on your home team or favorite athletes. Get IPVanish VPN now.
Hello and welcome back to the West Ham Network. This is your Matchday Live. The game is just about to be finished any second soon, so just keep your comments coming in as I close off the Matchday Live show. Stadium half empty. Blow the whistle, ref, man. Blow the whistle. There you go. There you go. I mean, game over. The game is over. What do we say, everyone? What do we say? Liverpool winning 2-0 today against West Ham, and to be honest with you, it was quite easy. I don't think Liverpool played well. Certainly don't think West Ham played well. I just think I think it's one of those games that we've just invited them on and allowed them to just dictate the pace of play, dictate everything really about the game. And I just don't understand West Ham's mindset, to be honest with you. I said earlier on, 2 steps forward and 10 steps back, but it just consistently feels like that's all we do as a club. It's all we know how to do, is to do that. And players like 𝗥𝗩𝗘𝗥𝗣𝗢, who I genuinely think had one of his worst games in a West Ham shirt, not just because he got sent off, but genuinely because I don't actually know what he's offering right now. And I know he's a special player, but I think Nuno's really confused, and I don't know. I wonder if Nuno's quite scared to make a bold statement about maybe not letting him, like, keep him at the, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm just having a look here, see what's happening in the Wolves Aston Villa game, but I'm flabbergasted at loads of things. I'm flabbergasted at the lack of what looks like interest. I'm flabbergasted at the lack of intent. And we're at home against a struggling Liverpool side. And maybe that's the pressure against the players, but we looked like we were struggling. We looked like we were lacking energy. We looked like we were lacking fight. I don't know what's happened to this club that we can't, like, what is it we always say when a new player signs for us and you hear like someone, a former player say, listen, welcome to the club. All this club asks for is fight. All this club asks for is that you turn up and give 100% on the park. And I genuinely don't believe that our players do. I really don't think they do. I think there's a rotten to the core problem. I see the descent in 𝗥𝗩𝗘𝗥𝗣𝗢 at the end of the game. And what's frustrating is, right, I don't understand why he was booked in the first place. I understand the second yellow card because he just persisted. But it's just things like that can kill us, and we're still in the game at that chance. But we were always going to get caught in the overlap, because at the end of the day, we are talking about a team, even though they're struggling, they're not punching above their weight, they're punching below their weight dramatically. And they've got £100 million players all over the park, all over the bench, all over the substitute bench, all over their squad. They've got players at the highest level, and they're going to punish you if you don't play to your highest of standards. And Liverpool didn't play to the highest of standards. Liverpool just played marginally better than West Ham, but we played crap. It was just one of those games. The game was there for the taking, in my genuine, humble opinion. and we just were not capable of getting the job done today. It's as simple, as clearly as simple as that. Clearly as simple as that. I don't know what this means for us moving forward. We've got Man United next. We've got, I'm looking at all the points and I'm thinking to myself, shit, where are we going to pick up points? We don't have 𝗥𝗏𝗧 next in the next game. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. From the first half, I think we just glided through the half. And I think when teams try to tactically out-tactic a team like Liverpool, it just doesn't add up to me. It doesn't add up to me at all. It really doesn't. It's just so frustrating to watch. It's so frustrating to watch. Where's the excitement? Where's the... do you know what? I can remember one part of the game that I got really excited about, and that was when Fernandes won the ball in the middle of the park and he kind of made that kind of pass, that thread ball pass through for Callum Wilson to chase. I thought, great, that's what we want to see more of. And on the back of that, that's what you want to see the more of, but we didn't show it. And the problem is that people, and I can see it in the chat, saying, like, we miss Summerville. We missed a lot. We really do. We do miss it a lot. And I can't put this on... None of this goes on Areola. Not a single ounce of this goes on Areola. I'm not enamoured by our defence. I'm also not enamoured by 𝗥𝗏𝗧. And I'm not enamoured by the amount of defensively minded players we've got in that park, in the middle of the park. You can't blame Callum Wilson because the gaps, again, between the strikers and the midfields were so huge. And I think there are certain players that are showing decent class, but others are not. And you can always give Bowen the benefit of the doubt because Bowen is Bowen and Bowen has carried West Ham for a long time. But where was his captain today? Where was the captain Jared Bowen that we needed today? The captain Jared Bowen that would have stopped 𝗥𝗏𝗧 from that descent. Where was he from, like, gearing up this side, getting this side going? Where was Nuno from the sidelines getting this side going, gearing up this side? The fans are not going to react if you don't react on the park. It's as simple as that. The fans are not going to react if you don't show your intent from the off. I don't understand our lack of press. I really don't. I'm going to really start paying attention to other teams now in the Premier League and watch their press from the off. Every time Areola, Todibo and 𝗪𝗡𝗪𝗧 had the ball, Liverpool, came at us very quickly, very pacey, and forced us into quick long ball decisions. And I don't know. I don't know what it is, really, to be honest. It's just a tough one to take on. Let me jump into the chat and see what everyone else is saying. Get rid of the Brazilian. Sorry, Pac-Man, no respect. I don't believe that's actually what we want. That performance was completely disrespectful to Billy Bonds. Never mind Pac-Man, who was insulting to his memory. We're not Premier League quality. 2 of our last 6 games have been passable. The rest we have been clueless. I do agree with that. I really do. Alf's in the house. Good to see you, my friend. I'm assuming we're going to get a little cheeky Revelator Alf video from you. A grumble. We just didn't have it in us today. Early 10 minutes, second half, we had them under pressure without any real shots either. Not good enough to at least compete, and that's the problem. We're not competing in any element at all. It's so frustrating. No standards. It is desperate. I agree with you. We missed Summerville today. We did. We missed a lot more than that. We have to ensure we scrape together enough points to take us through the transfer window, 100%. We're not a good side. That's the problem. We've not brought well at all. And I do believe that. I do think we're hiding under... Well, not all of us, but some of us are hiding under this little thing of going, like, the victory. Like, I get excited when West Ham win. I'll never not. But I think we get caught... Our squad isn't good enough. Look what happens. Like, I'm still sceptical on Guilherme. I'm sceptical on when we drop Kilman and we bring 𝗪𝗡𝗪𝗧 in. I'm not computing that. That doesn't make sense to me. It's like for like. It's not the same. I thought 𝗪𝗡𝗪𝗧 actually done okay. I think Dias a phenomenal left back. Possibly more of a left winger than he is as a left defensive player, because I don't think defensively he's well equipped for it. when Wan-Bissaka drives forward, there's no one else thinking in the forward mindset. And therefore, the temptation to always play the back and play safe is there all the time with West Ham. All the time. All the time. And it's so, so frustrating. Hello, Alf. Hope you're well. Frog says, forget Paquetá, it's over. We can't be having this. Respect for what he has done, but it's done. Bye. I possibly am starting to think like that. Maybe it is, you know, he's become that luxurious player. And maybe in January we do need to look at shipping him on a bit. Maybe we do need that money. Maybe we cut our losses and get as much money as we can for him, because he's missing the next game. It's just not helping us with consistency anywhere along the line. On the positive, Fernandes and Todibo are showing the class. I agree with you 100%. I just knew when Mavropanos was playing we were going to lose from Daz. And the thing is, I'm not his biggest fan. I want every West Ham player to do well, but I thought he'd done okay. I genuinely do thought he did okay. I can't really fault the goals on him. I think the midfield really let us down. Paquetá let us down. The lack of press let us down. And the lack of turning up at home in front of your home fans and showing everyone what you're capable of doing let us down today, 100%. Sell Paquetá in January to Saudi for 50 million. Pac-Man, time to go. Get a model pro like McGinn. And that's the thing, players like that wear their hearts on the sleeve for their clubs. They do, and that's what he's done again today for Aston Villa, you know. Bad, no bad. Pac-Man, get him out of here, and that's why people saying about Guilherme not being up for it. He had more game time than them. I just don't know if he is. The answer, I don't think Guilherme is. I think I've seen enough that maybe makes me realise that maybe time to ship him on in the nicest possible way as well. Someone sent me a comment in the week saying that we got the wrong Brazilian when you look at all the Brazilians that came over to the Premier League. Would have liked to see Suchek on early. We needed someone in their box causing problems. Would have been a perfect replacement for Paquetá before he was an idiot. Absolutely. And the thing is, you can't beat them. You can't win if you bring off a substitution too early and bring on a player too early. And you can't win if you do it too late. But I think there's a happy medium, and I think we weren't really causing them problems. And if we had to resort back to punting the ball into the box, then Suchek would cause that bother left, right and centre. But the problem is, and this here lies the problem, mate, is we don't have options. We don't have clear-cut options, and that's what we're struggling with, to be honest with you. Shots on target, I don't think I can blame one single player. There's 11 players on the pitch. The problem is, though, I do think there's a lot of players that aren't stepping up and haven't been for a while. Bowen had to step in and get hold of Paquetá and get him away from the ref. Paquetá, what a tool. Make McGinn captain. We could have played 2 weeks, by the way. We were set up. We were never going to score. Pat-Man lost his mind. What the hell Bowen do to get him away from the ref? Pat-Man can go in January and Bowen needs the captain's armband away from him. Bowen has had to have his back start playing his best again. Bowen is not a captain material. Iron Discipline says Pac-Man and Bowen completely insulted Bonzo's memory. So did the others. This was bad. No fight. Not even want to get a plate, let alone finish our food. What did he arguing to the ref about? Someone tell me, please. Well, so what happened was, it wasn't even like he never had the ball, but the referee blew up and gave a free kick to the opposition, and Paquetá went like that with his hand and picked up a yellow card. So the referee just clearly didn't like the hand gesture. But Paquetá was like, "Why have you booked me? I don't understand." And his dissent, the real dissent, I don't think the first yellow card was deserved. The second yellow card was deserved, but it happened literally seconds after he received the first one because of his dissent. He was like, "Why am I getting booked?" Didn't understand it. He was so frustrated. Guilherme did okay when he came on. I'm not so sure, mate. I blame Bowen for the red card. Terrible as a captain from Matt Clark. He wanted a month off over Christmas when they give it to him. He started arguing with the linesman. Kel, Sion, Bowen could have stopped Pac-Man from getting sent off, but that's no excuse from Pac-Man. We got an informed Man United next. Has Paquetá really been that good of a signing? For me, he's been average. I think he's just shown magical moments in games that have been vital and got us over the line some games that have been vital. I don't think he's consistent. He's certainly not missed a consistent left, right and centre every single game. He's not given us consistent performances. He's not carried us like Bowen has over the years. And for that, I would be okay that he goes and we bring in some much needed funds. It's Bowen's fault that Pat couldn't control himself. Get out of here with that bullshit. I'm not having it. I think there's an element of people saying, Oh, hold on a minute. What we'll do is let's bring Russie B in live. Give me the thumbs up when you're ready, Russ. It looks like you are ready. It looks like that is already. Let's bring him in live from the London Stadium. Russie B, talk to me, mate.
Not much to say, really, was there? In all honesty, it was a bit of just a nothing game, and I really thought, I thought we had Liverpool's number. To be honest, I thought, we seemed to be quite, counteracting what they had. Ariela pulled up a couple of saves, 0 at half time, and then it just went to shit, didn't it? Let's be honest. It went to absolute shit second half. After about 50 minutes, the first goal went in. To be honest, I think that's the only time Isak touched the ball, it seemed, the whole game, to be fair. And then the lunacy that is Lucas Paqueta. And then it was game done. All game over then, wasn't it, off that?
I just think it's like it was. You're right. It was a nothing game. A neutral would have watched that and gone, "This is shit. This is boring." There's no intent really from both teams. Both teams were making little errors. Liverpool started kind of growing into the game, but that was all you could say. They were just growing into the game. Areola made a couple of decent saves, but my concern really does come from one area that I think that we've just consistently done for years. And the only time I've seen us do it, and it's been successful, when we do the opposite to what I'm about to say, which is we back off so much, Russ. And we allow teams to press. And what that means is, obviously, when we low block, I get that. But this low block today was like one of the lowest blocks I've seen in such a long time. And so Van Dijk and Konate come out and have so much time on the ball. Now, they are, on their day, good footballers who know what to do with the ball, and they've not been on form for such a long time. And what Callum Wilson and what Paquetá were doing was going like stepping in and coming back, and like stepping and coming back, as if like frightening you that I'm going to press, but I'm not going to press. So Konate and Van Dijk were just standing still and not reacting to the lack of press. Then it invited their playmaking midfielders, keyword here, playmaking midfielders, Wirtz to drop in, collect the ball, McAllister to drop in, collect the ball, Szoboszlai come in, collect the ball. And that's what they want. They want the ball at their feet. And when they get the ball, they have time, they have gaps. And West Ham don't press a single one of their players until they're in our half. And it happened all the game, and I kept saying it in the match day live. I was like, watch. And I was like, Wirtz has got the ball, and he's travelled 40 yards, 50 yards, 60 yards, unmanned, untackled, unmarked. It's just consistent. But when we have the ball, when Areola plays the ball out to Debo, you've got a player pressing us from the off. I watched the game, and I said it in the chat, and I know I'm talking here, but the Europa League game in midweek, I seen it, watched it, Celtic versus Feyenoord. And Celtic have got the Japanese striker, Maeda. He's virtually known now as the best presser in football. He's got this, and he's getting goals for his team. He's not getting them, but he's pressing them, and it's forcing the opposition into error all the time. And we're just not pressurising anyone all the time. Therefore, we're forcing teams like Liverpool, who are fucking struggling. They have struggled. They've had the worst record in modern times under their belt, and we have just went, there you go. We'll just bend over backwards, and there you go. Sorry, Russ, but it's bullshit.
No, it's true. And I mean, if you watch the Brentford game, Damsgaard did exactly the same thing, was able to find those pockets, and it's just so frustrating because they were there for the taking. Hey, how you doing, man? You right? They were there for the taking, and it just worked.
Go for it. Go and talk to Alex. Go on.
Go on, I'll talk to Al. Go on him. Coming in out. Let me go wider. Thoughts today? Fuming. I'm fuming. Alex is fuming. I'm fuming. He's cold, but he's fuming.
I am. We should have given it a go. They were there for the taking. I mean, I don't think that they were particularly good. Not a single shot on target.
No.
Not a single shot on target.
Yeah.
And Paquetá.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, why did no one just grab him and pull him away?
That's the issue for me, right?
That is my issue.
Because Bowen's too, Bowen, that I'm not. This is not on Bowen, but to be honest,
he's the captain. It's up to him on the pitch.
Yeah, he should be
dragging him.
He should.
Yeah, and I don't think he's that's his nature, which is unfortunate. That's what you need in that type of situation.
If you had someone like Mark Noble on the bit, he would have dragged. He would have picked him up and pulled him away.
Yeah.
Why did no one do that?
He basically talked himself into a red card, didn't he?
He did.
He got the first one. He got the first yellow for dissent.
Yeah.
He didn't even make the foul, and then he just wouldn't let it go.
I know.
And now we lose.
To be fair, I mean, the only thing
I understand he's frustrated.
I got a bit frustrated. The referee. I'll wait for him to get on, but the referee took it upon himself to piss @𝗏𝗏𝗧 off, right? Because the No, I know. But what I'll say is, 𝗏𝗏𝗧's reaction should never have done it. It should never have done it. But in the heat of the moment, there's a part of me going, and this is why you need the captain to step in, because in the heat of the moment, as we all would do, 𝗏𝗏𝗧 was reacting to going, why the fuck did you just book me? It doesn't add up.
Yeah.
But that's what Alex is saying. Bowen needs to step in at that point, or some fucking other team member, get the fuck over, grab him by the neck and get him to fuck. Because you're now booking yourself and you're fucked. You fucked it.
That's it. He's obviously now suspended because VAR can't review his second yellow anyway. So he's now out for the Man United game.
As I say, I understand why 𝗏𝗏𝗧 was frustrated, because I didn't really understand why he was booked in the first place.
No.
I didn't think the referee had a particularly good game at all. No. I think he was pretty poor throughout. So I understand his frustrations, but still, someone needs.
And I'll be funny. 𝗏𝗏𝗧, he's 28 years old. He's not like a petulant youth academy player.
Well,
he's someone. But as he's 8, he should have maturity. No. He's a Brazilian international, and he basically talked himself into it. If it was like a Louis Crawford or something, you'd say, that was youthful exuberance. But there's no excuse for that.
But we know that 𝗏𝗏𝗧's got that in him. Like, he's got that petulance in him. We see him go down a little bit too easy sometimes, and then throw a hissy fit that he doesn't get.
In a weird way, though, thinking about it, him not playing on Thursday, I think it's better now, because I thought with that 3 of Magassa, Fernandes and Potts, I like that as a 3.
No, I did. I actually thought our midfield looked really good. I actually thought defensively, I thought Mavropanos did really well today. I thought Todibo again put in a really good performance.
Yeah.
Apart from 2 goals. Now, I haven't seen them back. I don't really know who was at fault for either of those goals. But I thought that as a unit, it looked really good. We just lacked on that left-hand side.
And I think that's massively. The last 2 games, we've missed Somerville. We'll do the stats with Statman Ben later. But usually it's like 40% of our attack comes down the left-hand side. The last 2 games, last game was about 20%. It's probably about the same today. It was all down the right-hand side, really easy to defend against. It was so easy to defend.
When Isaac got that chance, you can't. No matter if he's not on form, if you give a player of that skill set, that amount of time inside our 18-yard box, and he was like what? 12 yards out, 10 yards out.
Yeah.
He's going to put that away. And the problem was, no one was marking him inside that box.
No.
Not a single. No one was remotely near him. Like, he could have actually touched the ball and fucking smashed it into the back of the net. But that just shows you how clever a player he is. Because he did it first time.
And that's all he did the whole game. Yeah, I didn't notice he was there until he scored the goal.
Well, no, I thought he was very anonymous. But
that's why
so basically, we fell asleep at the back.
Yeah.
Again.
Which is basically been our story the whole season.
So as I say, we never looked like scoring. That was my biggest frustration. I never thought that we had any chance of scoring. We had a couple of. How many balls were blocked? How many crosses were blocked?
Yeah.
How many?
First man.
The amount of times we get a ball on the edge and you're like, put it in. No, it's blocked before it even gets into the area.
Again, we're pulling it in, but we're putting it in against arguably 2 of the best centre halves in the Premier League, against Callum Wilson. So they were. I thought actually we looked sharper when Louis came on and he did a couple of really nice runs, and actually it looks like that's the only way you're going to get through them is a 1-2 touch around.
I say that's what Fernandes was doing at the end, wasn't he? He was just driving. And I want to say that a little bit more for him, but he was pushed out to the left a little bit too much for me.
Well, it was almost like he was playing. It was almost like he was on the left of the almost like left. It was almost like a 4-2-3-1 with him on the left and 𝗏𝗏𝗧 as a 10 role.
Yeah.
And that didn't work. I felt, because I think Fernandes in that middle. Because what I like about that 3 is they all put a tackle in. Potts was harrying, Potts was getting tackles in, Potts was getting fouls in. So was Fernandes. They've got a bit about them as a 2 there, definitely. And I thought Magassa had a decent like 60 minutes as well. I thought we played all right.
I saw that and I thought, right, we've got three basically 20-year-olds playing in our midfield.
Yeah.
I mean, you compare that to Liverpool last season, where we
compared to
probably
us last year with James Ward-Prowse and Souček.
Yeah. You know, there was a lot more pace in there. And I did, as I say, I don't think that midfield is good. It's a lot better. But
so you can see that tribute to Bill. So you can see that on the camera. But yeah, some flowers and stuff there. Yeah. But yeah, it was as soon as that first goal went in, I thought, okay, we might be able to get an equaliser. Then 𝗪𝗪𝗘𝗧 went sitting off and dashed it up. We actually played a bit better with 10 men usually, and we did sort of a little bit. But yeah, we now play Man United away, Brighton away.
Man United just got a really good victory.
And Man United just got a really good victory, and then we play Brighton away on next Sunday. A side we never really do very well against at all. So yeah, fun and games.
Well, if we've got no intent to actually try and score a goal, then that's going to be an issue. That's how it kind of felt.
It seemed like all we was trying to do was Wan-Bissaka to Bowen out wide, chop it in, same again, and then that didn't work. Okay, we'll try it on the left. But the thing is, you didn't have no one on the run around. No. You didn't have Somerville to, and that's why we were so right heavy. And I don't know what's happening with him, if he's going to be back for Thursday. I don't know, but we'll see. We're only on obviously bench tonight, so. Yeah.
But as I say, I don't think Liverpool were fantastic.
No, I thought they played very good at all.
I mean, I know you said earlier that they've got two of the best centre-back partnerships. I thought 𝗪𝗏𝗧 looked really good.
And 𝗪𝗧𝗏𝗧 is really poor at the moment, but we never push him. You've got to think Bowen, and
he's a little bit off at the moment.
I don't know what it is. Yeah,
he's a little bit off.
Yeah.
I don't like criticising, but he was off today. I thought he was.
I think part of the reasons why he's off is because when he was best in his pomp, and we did something when we was looking at the stats the other day, and Statman Ben made a good point. It was like, when you had Antonio, he would drift out wide running the channels, which would spread the centre halves, which would give Bowen time. Yeah. He ain't got no space. There is the way when you play a central striker.
But can we address something though when it comes to Bowen? And I'm not trying to jump on the bandwagon here, but see, when it comes to the situation, but Bowen must be looking at this situation and going, I am at the age I am.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be doing another relegation battle. I don't think he's spitting a dummy out and he's not attempting it. But he has carried us for such a long time, and it gets to a point where West Ham are going to be like, I can't fault Bowen for saying I'm Bowen. I can't. No. I want to be fucking out. I can't.
No, you're right.
No, I get
his age as well.
I get what you're saying. But
World Cup year as well. I'm not saying for this season, but I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. Come the summer.
He's captain, and
I just don't think he's a very good captain. I'll be honest.
He frustrated me today as captain. He really did.
I think you're totally right. Another captain on our side, a different captain would have been sent off.
Yeah,
simple as. He'd have been dragged by the collar and dragged away.
Yeah.
But look, it is what it is. It's happened. Now we go to Man United on Thursday without Lucas, but with a bit more confident that he's given Gas some minutes, so you'd assume he would play. We'd probably play that same three in the midfield.
We just need we need something.
I reckon we'll go back to 5 at the back for Man United.
We need something more up top.
We do, but we can't until we've got another month, haven't we? It's trouble.
I know.
Unless they take a punt on a kid, on someone like Landers, which they won't do.
I mean, I'm half considered to stick Juve up there and stick Walker Peters at left back. Because
on the left-hand side, yeah.
Juve has got that ability to take people on and get ball in the box.
I do fear, though, that our squad is shit. I mean, it's pretty shit.
I think our squad depth.
Yeah, you're right. 1 or 2 injuries away.
Our best squad, our best 11, when fully fit, I think he's good.
Yeah, best 11, yeah.
We lose one player, like we see now. We've lost Somerville. We've got no one to really come in to replace him. If we lost Bowen, it'll be a similar situation over there. You lose Wilson, we've got a similar situation in there. You look at our midfield, you take one of those midfielders out, who is going to come in and do a better job than Potts or Fernandes or Paquetá?
Oh, we're woefully.
It's the squad depth that's really short
in our squad depth, and it's just even now, obviously, we've been playing 3 games in 8 days. That will test that squad even more so, because it's cold. Every time Bowen went down, I was like, shit. And I shouldn't be like that.
No.
I shouldn't think actually, if we've got cover, and okay, it's not ideal, but we haven't got any cover. Yeah. Oh well. It didn't rain though. That was quite nice today.
No, it's been a sunny day.
It's been a very, very wintry game today.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah, our signal's gonna break off in a minute, so we're always going to Saturday as well.
It's fun being a West Ham.
It's fun being a West Ham fan. We'll do the stats. Statman Ben will provide us with all the match stats, and we'll do that tomorrow in the breakdown. But yeah, still under 21s this week, so that'd be good.
Yeah, got something to look forward to.
European football.
Atletico
Bilbao on Wednesday.
I'm going to the Colchester game, by the way.
Oh, very good.
I'm going to the Colchester game, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, next
hopefully
year.
under 21s can keep
next year. Yeah, very good.
Right, well, everyone, go and enjoy your weekend. Make the most of it. There's only a few hours left, and then we'll reconvene, come back, and get depressed again come Thursday. So,
yeah.
Live from the London Stadium, Alex and DJ Russie B kicking about. And, keep your comments coming in, hit the subscribe button. And everyone, keep your thoughts to the Billy Bonds family, of course, after losing the legend this morning. Indeed. Take it easy, everyone. Come on, you Irons.
Come on, you Irons.
Oh.